As a running coach, I'm often asked about the footwear that I choose to use, and one of the pairs that I'm most often asked about is my Hoka Speedgoats. People are often quite intrigued by them and interested to know whether Hokas might be for them. So I thought I'd give you a quick rundown on my Hoka Speedgoats and why they are such a favourite shoe of mine. In fact, I'm just about to start wearing my 5th pair of them. So first of all, what attracted me to Hokas originally, it was the amount of cushioning that they have in their soles compared to other shoes. If you take a look, I'll just bend my foot around here, you can see that the width of the cushioning just here is actually quite significantly thicker than you might get on other shoes, and that I have found to be particularly helpful for running over longer distances. I just find that the cushioning works really well for my feet and for my legs and for my overall comfort. So that for me was what originally attracted me to them. Also, Hokas are very well suited to people with narrow feet, so again that works quite well for me. In their newer models, this is a Speedgoat 2 that I'm wearing, and I believe that in the Speedgoat 3 they have actually made the toe box area here slightly wider, but this is the one I've got on is quite suitable for narrow feet, so again that works really well. It suits the style of my feet. They're also quite light and airy, as you can see on the top. If I zoom in here, you can see that actually the upper is quite a meshy type fabric, and that works really well in summer. I find that they keep my feet really cool, and if my feet do get wet they tend to dry out very quickly. There's also a really good grip on the bottom, on the sole of the Hoka. If I just turn over again, you can just see here, let's just see if we can zoom in there. They're actually a Vibram sole, which is the same as you'd get on many walking boots, and they have got a pretty decent grip on them. I find the grip very good on any kind of stony or rocky terrain really. That tends to work really well for me, even if the ground is wet. So a combination of those factors mean that they are definitely my shoe of choice for longer distances. However, they aren't perfect at all. There are some real downsides to them as well. Firstly, when I first had them, the wider sole here, and you can just see if I look straight down at the shoe here that the sole actually sticks out wider than the top of the foot, and I found that quite difficult to start with because I felt like I was about to trip over my own feet, but I got used to them after a while. Some people don't. Some people find that's a step too far. They can't actually run without falling over their own feet, but for me, I've got used to them and I don't have a problem with that anymore. Another downside, just looking at, as you can see here, is that the uppers do have a tendency to wear out, and sometimes fairly quickly. So where my foot bends here, the fabric has worn away. However, the construction is such that it's got more than one layer, and so for me that's not actually a huge problem, and I tend to keep them going until they've actually got such big holes in them that, you know, small stones are getting in. That's my cut-off point. But when they're like this, I actually find I can wear them as normal. It's not really a huge problem for me. The other real downside to them is that although the grip, which we've just looked at, is great on rocky ground, it's not so good on wet muddy terrain. They're not really designed for running on mud paths, on fields, on soggy woodland terrain or bogs. They just don't have enough grip for that, so they wouldn't be my choice of shoe for that type of running. And equally, because the sole is so thick, the sensation you get under your foot is very much of running on, it feels like running on a mattress or marshmallows, so you can't really feel the ground underfoot. So personally, I wouldn't wear these on particularly technical terrain where you need to feel the ground underfoot, and nor would I wear them if I was actually trying to do some particularly short, fast running. So for example, cross country, that wouldn't work for me because I need to feel the ground underfoot. So should you try Hokas? They're definitely worth giving them a go. You need to go and actually try some on in a shop, see how they fit, and ideally see if you can have a little run in them, and you will very quickly find whether they are for you or not. They're definitely a Marmite shoe. You either love them or hate them. I love them. I know plenty of people do, but equally I know plenty of people who hate them too. So you just need to work out for yourself which side of the fence you sit on.